When the master manipulator of the American mind, a man responsible for making at least 3 men president of the United States, and for ensuring that at least 17 leading men and women never got their grubby paws on the Oval Office, summoned me to the world headquarters of a certain cable news channel on Manhattan's Avenue of the Americas. What I thought were the golden gates of opportunity turned out to be a dark forest where, at just 23, I was nearly lost forever. Fake news, true story. A manual of escape from our American madness.
I'm Joe Lindsley, an American reporting from Ukraine, live every single weekday on Chicago's WGN Radio since Russia's full-scale invasion more than 2.5 years ago. And this is my book, Fake News, True Story, a manual of escape from our American madness.
Fake news, true story. A manual of escape from our American madness. Chapter 1. I am not Ishmael. Call me Jack Renard. Madness. This a tale of madness, of mad people who drew themselves into a mad frenzy because they were afraid of silence, afraid of themselves, afraid of life, afraid of death. And because of that, they built artifices of power, bravado, and luxury to make more pleasant their sad separation from the world. Their separation made them bored, dreadfully bored. And assuming everyone else was as desperately bored as they used their power to make much of the world as paranoid and rage-filled as they. This is a study of specific wounded people getting caught up in madness and whirlwinds and unable to resist because they never took time boldly and bravely, in deepest darkness, to look into their soul, to ask themselves who they are, or what drives them, or who they want to be. That deepest bit is who we truly are, our hidden identity, the one we have to face when waking in the middle of the night, the one that we hope flees this world to a better place intact, who we truly are. Our name is simply a label, but even so, a person's name being that sacred title accorded us at the moment of fresh start, it is too holy to be dragged further in the frenzy. Our name represents the chance to return to who we once were and had hoped to be. In this account, the names of living people, except for those whose minds we do not pry into or those who are world historically famous, will be mostly fictionalized. And so, you can call me Jack Renard. In medieval France, a popular series of stories chronicled the exploits of a Robin Hood-like character named Reynard the Fox, a talking animal who found himself through some kind of charm in the chambers of power only to trick or challenge the ruling elites for whom he had a distaste. This figure became so popular as a representative of the people versus the powerful that the French discarded their old word for fox, goupil, and began to use the word renard instead in tribute. Like Renard the Fox, I had a window into the mad world of those frenzied souls who sought their identity by ruling as much of the world as they could manage. In the years since my escape, I've had time to learn, examine, and understand the world I once feared. Now I send you these words. Lord knows if they will ever be published. From a place that seems damn far away from the Power Tower on New York's 6th Avenue. I write from the edge, or the center, of the free world, the freest place I've yet found in my worldwide wanderings. Kharkiv, Ukraine. I'm in a war, 30 miles from an enemy that sends rockets crashing around us. When I had Midtown Manhattan luxury and power, storms shattered my soul, but now as rockets rain round me, I have found a strange peace. The story of my sojourn in Ukraine is for another time, but living under falling missiles and drones has perhaps pushed me to tell this other story. As I watch our American discourse in shambles, and as I feel the global effects of our dilapidated polity. Oh, I feel those effects keenly, deeply, as that sound of an arriving missile shakes my soul. Maybe it could have been different. Maybe it still can. This is the best manual of escape from our predicament I can offer. Perhaps it is mainly a warning. In the careless years, While America was collapsing, we, who flew on private jets and had immense power to do great good things, were instead spending our energy punching phantoms and sneaking food from the kitchen of Chuck Norris. The story starts. Well, that was another missile landing. When the master manipulator of the American mind, a man responsible for making at least 3 men president of the United States, and for ensuring that at least 17 leading men and women never got their grubby paws on the Oval Office, summoned me to the world headquarters of a certain cable news channel on Manhattan's Avenue of the Americas. What I thought were the golden gates of opportunity turned out to be a dark forest where, at just 23, I was nearly lost forever.